When science wants history to be created, it is created. Ernst Rutherford, widely regarded as the father of nuclear physics, was a journey in himself. A daring and a romantic one to be precise. The person who discovered the alpha particle lived his life like an alpha male too. Well, hello giddy hustlers, welcome to Focus by Samarth Srivastava. In today's topic, we will go through the life of one of the most famous scientists of all time, how alpha and beta particles were defined, and learn some values from his life. So Ernst Rutherford was born in New Zealand in 1871. He was the fourth child out of the 12. Right from his school days, Rutherford was very good in studies. He played sports too and was especially good at rugby. His initial days went by completing his bachelor's degree and master's from the scholarship amount he used to get, and finally decided to become a teacher, but failed miserably. He was a lover also and proposed his partner Mary Newton in 1894, but she declined his proposal, but said she only loves him and will wait for him because she cannot imagine marrying someone else. On the back of another scholarship, he went to England, where he met Sir J.J. Thomson and started working there. Meanwhile, in the other part of the world, science was moving forward. In France, Henri Becquerel found that uranium spontaneously produces rays. In 1897, Marie Curie, a Polish lady and a Nobel Prize winner, also decided to study uranium and got the result that thorium also emits rays, and from there on, the term radioactivity was originated. Rutherford, who was working on the X-ray effect on gases, when he got the information, decided to study the radioactive effect of gases too. He used Curie's experiment as a reference and added thin metal foil with X-rays, and in 1898 published a report telling everyone that uranium radiation produces two types of rays. One which gets absorbed, calling it alpha rays, and the other one which penetrates, calling it beta rays. He was so passionate that at that time he even published around 14 papers in 1902. Rutherford always gave credit to people to whom it belonged, and also gave importance to women to work in laboratories and contribute their bit in physics. He treated women and men as equals. Another breakthrough came when he studied thorium oxide with Robert Owen. He put thorium in a long tube and blew filtered air over thorium to trace radioactive gases, and got this realization that within matters of minutes, gas lost its radioactivity. He concluded that no matter how many gases they have, it decreases by 2 within the said amount of time. Therefore, definition that came that half-life of radioactive materials decreases by 2 within the said amount of time. In 1901, while working with his colleague Harriet Brooks, he also found that radium does not emit any radium vapors, but it emits a new radioactive element of different mass, and gave his theory that radioactive elements naturally decay to form new substances all by themselves within a span of time. Finally, Rutherford decided to use this property of radioactive element and its half-life to decode the actual age of Earth. He at that time found Earth to be 4.5 billion years old. At the end of it all, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1908. So what are the core values we can learn from this dynamic personality? Point number 1. Embrace your opportunities. Rutherford never really ran away from the opportunities life offered to him. He was enthusiastic and filled with energy. He channelized his knowledge of physics to overcome the difficulties in life and achieve greatness. Point number 2. Hold on to your loved ones. He loved his partner from the purest part of his heart and married her ultimately. So love is all about trust, patience, and never letting your partner down. So if you love someone deeply, never let that person go. It's the purest emotion one can have, and very sacred too. Point number 3. Treat everyone equally. He treated men and women equally and let women work in laboratories too. He gave credit whenever it was required. Balanced his work by letting his colleagues also contribute to the experiments. So always treat everyone equally and give respect to your colleagues too. Sometimes your small bit of contribution can return to you in the form of great help or support in future. Rutherford is one of my favorite physicists and a very important person from whom you can learn a lot. One important point that I will also add on is that always be grounded and trust your process. Thank you so much for watching my video. Like and subscribe to support my work. You can watch more videos on physics here.